Hi, welcome to Online Travel Talks. And today I'm so pleased to introduce Gabriel Dorch. He is the Senior Travel Trade Manager for the UK and Country Manager of Visit Sweden. Welcome, Gabriel.
Thank you so much for having me here.
I'm loving your relaxing background. We normally have a fireside chat, but I think, a chat by the lake is absolutely just as good.
Yeah, and actually this is not the lake, it's the sea.
Oh.
And this image is from the west coast of Sweden, where they do kayaking and canoeing. But of course, you can do kayaking and canoeing in lakes. We've got so many lakes all over Sweden, but with that massive long coastline stretching around the country, is perfect for sea kayaking and canoeing as well. So this image is from there, yeah.
It just looks so relaxing. It really, really does. So what's new in Sweden?
Well, there's quite a few new air links direct to Sweden that we've had introduced this year, and that we've also got coming up for next year. I'm pleased to say, for the travel trade, the direct connections, it's always so important. We've had, I'm delighted to say actually that in 2022, more UK cities will be connected to more Swedish cities than ever before.
Wow.
Due to the expansion by Ryanair and Eurowings and other airlines as well. And there are now more options than ever before, making Sweden more accessible, not just with regards to geography.
I know it's a mouthful.
I know, but also to the cost. So with those sort of low budget airlines like Ryanair, you can actually get to Sweden for a smaller amount of money than you would probably expect. We've got Ryanair starting flying to that's a brand new route starting in March next year, going to Småland, an area sort of mid-south Sweden. And we also got direct flights from the UK to Örebro, which is also brand new direct flights from next year. And also we've got Stockholm is now accessible from Liverpool and Birmingham, thanks to work by Ryanair and Eurowings. And Gothenburg is also now served by Edinburgh, Stansted, Manchester, and Heathrow and Gatwick. So there's quite a lot of things happening, in regards to the direct flights to Sweden.
Oh, they're absolutely crucial to really opening up a destination. So
that's
fantastic to hear that you've made those connections, because we are an ecosystem, and unless an airline can get you to or a train or a ship can get you there, then and I know actually ships cruise around as well, don't they? You have a lot of cruise liners coming to Sweden.
There are, I would say that, when we look at the market research here, how the Brits travel to Sweden, then the absolute majority are going by aircraft. I would say that we've had more and more inquiries. When I'm talking with hotels and the destinations in Sweden, I get to hear more and more inquiries for travel by train, which is really, really nice to hear. And I've also had quite a few discussions with tour operators here in the UK that have mentioned that the demand for train trips to Sweden, and also within Sweden, of course, has been increasing over the last few months or over the last year. And I think that goes hand in hand with the demand for a sustainable lifestyle and for more thinking about the planet, really.
Yes, absolutely. And of course, you're really embracing sustainability, aren't you, as a nation?
Well, we try to, and I think that for Swedes, we've been living and working with the nature for such a long time, and for us, sustainability is sort of part of the back and bone that we have. But sustainability is so much more than just taking care of the nature. It's making sure that the local businesses, that they get support and that they get the tourism. and also the social sustainability. So it's so many factors around the sustainability that needs to be ticking the boxes. And I would say that West Sweden, in one of the regions in the country, is taking big steps towards becoming a more sustainable destination. And stepping up sustainability is West Sweden's joint initiative for sustainable tourism that they have launched, and they work very close to the small scale local businesses, and it's a great way of really engaging the whole community and getting a sustainable destination in doing that. And since its launch in 2020, several municipalities and over 250 companies I know in the tourism and hospitality sector have signed up, committed to a strong focus and sustainability in West Sweden and Gothenburg.
Oh.
And also, while mentioning sustainable tourism in Sweden, attractions such as the Everts Sjöbod in West Sweden and biking in Dalarna, which is another region in Sweden, and Gothenburg Culture Festival, they are just a few of the top ecotourism attractions in Sweden, and they all represent some of the best, ecotourism attractions in the country, minimizing their and your impact on the environment.
Amazing. Well, I know you're actually leading the way, because I believe you have the accolade of being #1 in the world for global sustainability competitiveness.
Yeah.
Amazing.
That's right. Sweden is ranked #1 at the Global Sustainability Competitiveness Index 2020.
Yeah.
And that assesses how well various countries have managed to create sustainable growth. And like I said, it's all about the social, the environmental, and the economical. And Sweden's strongest area about the country's ability to create growth through innovation and business in the global market. And Sweden is also further ranked as the most sustainable destination in the world, according to Euromonitor International Sustainable Travel Index, which assesses 99 countries in 7 different areas of sustainability. And according to Euromonitor, Sweden was ranked first with its unique eco-chic tourism offer that spans, Arctic adventures to cool city experiences. And Sweden is also, just to finish off here, Sweden is ranked #2 at Sustainable Development Goals Index 2021, which shows how well the country meets the UN's global environmental goals related to Agenda 2030. That's just a little bit about, Sweden as a whole, and how we work towards a more sustainable destination and country.
Absolutely brilliant. Well, of course, OTT will have a sustainability category for the courses for 2022. So it'd be great to see some content there from Visit Sweden leading the way, it would seem, leading the way. Yeah. So you've got a new exhibition hall that's going to be ready to open, I believe, towards the end of next year. Tell us more about that.
Well, it's actually Space. It's called Space. And in Stockholm, Space is a digital culture center. And that has actually very recently opened. Now, back in November, it opened. And this brand new, unique concept combines gaming and music and content creation. And the key ingredients of which, they all like the key ingredients of digital culture, but in a physical space. So if you're familiar with the Abba Museum and the Abba Voyage, shortly to be open here in London next year, the same company, Pop House, is behind this, which we call Space in Stockholm. So it's the Abba Museum and Abba Voyage coming to London next year. They're also behind Space, which just opened in Stockholm.
Right, just opened. So I got confused as to which end of the year. It's the end of this year.
No, it has just opened. And also as part of Space, the Avicii experience has also opened together with Space. And very much unlike the Abba Museum, the Avicii experience is an intensively emotional tribute museum to one of the true icons of modern popular culture. And it's an immersive, interactive exhibition where you will get closer to the artist Avicii and the person Tim Bergling. And this promises really to be an emotional experience and a must for any of you music fans out there.
Oh, it sounds absolutely brilliant, captivating. So, Gabriel, to get us in the Christmas mood, tell us more about Dalarna. Hopefully I've pronounced that correctly.
Oh, not quite, but
Not quite.
I'll let you off this time.
I don't think so. I need more Swedish training.
Well, I've got my issues with geography.
That's right. Yeah. So.
I'll let you off with Dalarna. So it's actually called the Dalarna, and I'd love to introduce Dalarna to you here. And Dalarna is actually a natural treasure featuring, varied and vast landscape and offering all manner of outdoor activities with fascinating history and cultural heritage to boot. And nested in the central of Sweden, Dalarna is really filled with natural beauty in the shape of, hiking-friendly forests and mighty lakes and mountains and, flower meadows, which the winters that transforms into terrain great for skiing and skating. And with its all-encompassing landscapes, it's easy to see why Dalarna has been described as a miniature Sweden. And the Dala Häst, I'm not sure if you heard about the Dala horse. The Dala Häst is a small little red Swedish icon, I would say. And it's an eye-catching classic that comes from Dalarna, and it stretches back, centuries back. And Nils Olsson Hemslöjd Workshop in Mora, which is in Dalarna, is regarded as one of the original Dala horse distributors. And it's been in business since beginning of the 1920s. And Dalarna is also home to Santa World, a real wonderland, which lies deep in the forests by the foot of Gesundaberget mountain, just outside of Mora in Dalarna. And here your guests, they will find the kingdom of the trolls and the lands of the Lady of the Wood and the fairy grounds, the elf village and many, many other mysterious places that so far your guests have only visited in the fairy tales.
That's amazing. That sounds perfect for children, families, and adults. I think everyone can go for that, all ages.
It is indeed.
Excellent. So if the trade would like to know more about Visit Sweden, I understand you've put lots of information together, especially for the trade. Do you want to talk a bit more about that?
Yes, absolutely. Please stay in touch with us and learn more. I mean, you can head to our quite new travel trade website, which is traveltrade.visitsweden.com to find, itineraries and inspiration for, Dalarna and many other Sweden regions that we've got there. And subscribe also to our newsletter. You can do there and use the image bank and marketing copy bank, and also listen to our podcasts where we take an in-depth look into regions and cities and traditions and much, much more, such as rail travel and Swedish music tourism and sustainability. So there's a lot to listen to at our podcast as well. So I would love to see more visitors to our travel trade website, which is traveltrade.visitsweden.com.
Absolutely brilliant. Right, okay, well, it wouldn't be any good unless we sort of finished off with a wonderful video about Sweden, because you've talked about it so beautifully, but as they say, a picture tells 1,000 words. And so we'll now play out your beautiful video. And for now, I'll say goodbye. Thank you so much for joining us at Online Travel Talks, and I wish you a wonderful 2022.
And I'm going to leave you, with that as well. Just slightly introduce you to the video that I'm going to show you. Because it's I'm going to leave you I'm going to leave you by reintroducing you to Sweden through the lens of the edible and drinkable country. And the edible and drinkable country, it's Visit Sweden's initiative to turn all 100 million of acres of the country into the world's largest outdoor bar and restaurant. And most Brits, they venture to Sweden for their lifestyle. And I'd say that the edible country is the ultimate live like a local experience, a chance to drink and dine using the fresh produce in lush Swedish nature from Swedish nature, making and tasting a menu designed by Michelin star chefs.
Wow, boy, you're making me hungry already.
Yeah, so let's roll on the video.
Absolutely. Okay, thank you so much, Gabriel. It's wonderful for you to join us today, and wish you all the best for 2022.
Thank you.
Thank you.
A never-before-seen gourmet concept shaped over millions of years, featuring 100% natural ingredients and 4 Michelin-starred chefs. So put on your best clothes, shine your shoes, and get ready, because you're going to Sweden, the biggest gourmet restaurant in the world. That's right, we have turned our whole country into a restaurant. You see, here in Sweden, fine dining is just around the corner, in our nature, and everyone is invited. Together with our star chefs, we have composed a do-it-yourself menu from ingredients that you can forage in our forests, fields, and lakes. To make it easier for you to experience what our nature has to offer, we have placed tables and cooking kits in a few pretty nice spots around the country. Reserve your seat at visitsweden.com. If it's fully booked, don't worry. There's another 100 million acres of fine do-it-yourself dining available for you. Always close, always open. Simple, healthy, and delicious. Welcome to Sweden, the edible country.